even if it's, I think the biggest thing for salespeople, they have to be disciplined enough that when it's not a fit, just understand and accept that it's not a fit. Mm-hmm. Right? Salespeople, especially a lot of young salespeople, they push for that. Mm-hmm. They know it's not a fit, and they're like, okay, I gotta close. I gotta close it. And what happens is they end up shooting themselves in the foot a lot of times. Mm-hmm. And you know what it's like. If you actually make a deal that's not the right fit for the client, it is the biggest headache, for the next 6 months, a year, whatever it is, the biggest headache ever, versus if you just said, hey, listen, it's not a fit at this time. Let's reconnect when it might be a fit, or do you know anyone else who might see it as a fit at this point? That's the way to go about it. And at the end of the day, short term, you might feel disappointed that you didn't get the deal, but long term, it's the best way to build rapport.
I totally agree. And I find, going back to the used car salesman, I find that's the number one impediment that they have, is that you almost feel the pressure coming from them. And how often do you see that type of persona saying, oh, you don't like that car, it's not a great fit for you. And then they let them just walk off the lot without buying anything. It's usually some pressure tactics, right, or some sophisticated sales techniques to bring them back and buy something. And that's not typically the route that I like to go with in sales. If it's not a good fit, I'll just let it be and communicate that to the client. And usually they tend to come back because they appreciate so much that you're coming from a place of your heart or your love, where you're just saying, that's not right for you. And they really appreciate that, and it goes long ways with individuals.
Yeah, definitely. Now, with real estate, because obviously it's a totally different realm, but real estate can be a long buy. Like, the process can be a long buying process. So what do you do to continuously add value throughout that process? And then, obviously, once that's closed, it could be 5-10 years before someone buys again. But how do you kind of focus on continuing to build those relationships?
I would say the follow-up. I would do periodic follow-ups with people and touch base with them, maybe even meet with them in person, take them out to lunch, just to continue be in front of them so that there's a constant reminder of the value that I'm there. Instead of putting something under contract with real estate and then disappearing from the whole equation, the client tends to see that and feel that disappearance from you're the representative, the middleman, the broker, the agent in the situation. And so I just like to make periodic updates with them, something that seems suitable, not too much, not too little, right, something that's adequate.
Right. And I think we're so focused on first impression as salespeople, we know the importance of it. I personally think the most important interaction you ever have with a client is the first interaction after you close the deal. Because that tells them everything about what the rest of your relationship is going to be like. If you close the deal and they're out of sight, out of mind, and you never hear from them again, you know that that's just how it's going to be. But if right after they close the deal, then you make an effort to even add more value than you have in the past, then they know, okay, it's not just about this deal. This person's in it for life. Right?